C, Zoke, let's take flight today. 7 letters sharp to cut the old way. C for cognitive, think with clarity. I for inhibitory, move with sincerity. Avec les ciseaux, nous coupons les peurs. La prononciation devient notre bonheur. Chaque lettre compte, chaque son précis. Dans l'apprentissage, tout devient permis. Cut through, with size we rise. Snip away the doubt that clouds our eyes. 7 letters dancing, pronunciation's key. Join the training now and you'll be free. S for strategic, plan your every sound. E for executive, functions profound. A for adaptive, bend but never break. U for universal, languages will take. La pronuncia è musica, dolce melodia. Ogni parola scorre con armonia. La pronunciación es un arte sutil. Cada sonido fluye como un río gentil. But wait, there's more. 3 letters hide in plain sight. L for learning, shining so bright. O for observation, watching every move. R for repetition and relationships groove. Pronuncia e danza, hitje do coração. Cada letra viva in nossa canção. Die Aussprache ist Kraft, Melodie und Klang. Jeder Laut ein Schritt zum Erfolg entlang. Cut through procrastination with these shining shears. Slice away perfection and all your fears. Chop down doubt forever, let confidence grow. With Sizo training, watch your language flow. For xenolinguistic cultures we embrace. 7 letters strong, pronunciation's grace. From French to the world, let's learn and play. C-I-S-E-A-U-X, Sizo training starts today. Rejoignez-nous maintenant, la formation commence avec Sizo. Tout devient évidence. Come on everybody, let's cut through the night. Cut through. Sizo training makes everything right. Sizo. Learning, observation, repetition, relationship. L-O-R-R-R. Join us now for this amazing trip. All together, let's go. Ready to cut through to success. Join the Sizo training and transform your pronunciation journey with cognitive strategies, inhibitory control, strategic thinking, executive functions, adaptive learning, universal principles, and xenolinguistic awareness. Plus the hidden power of learning, observation, repetition, and relationship.
Like a flash shooting through the sky so bright. Like a flash shooting through the sky so bright. Fuck wrench words dancing, filling hearts with light. Language is flowing like a river song. The boring worlds where souls belong. Ravioli calls with open arms so wide. Come discover our tune by our side. Every voice a treasure, every heart a flame. In flesh we rise, we'll never be the same. We are arrows of light, dancing in curve. Flesh family rising, blossoming together. journey's just begun. Book clubs gathering, wisdom unfolding at every page. Siamo frecce di luce, anime che brillano. Il club del libro, i sogni si illuminano. Amazing souls ignited, our journey's just begun. Somos flechas de esperanza, corações a brilhar. No café da vida, juntos vamos voar. Mental wellness wrapped in warmth and care. Beautiful souls breathing hope to share. We are arrows of light, singing in chor. Flesh family thriving, elevating each other. From poetry to coffee, hearts that beat as one, amazing souls together, our journey's just begun. Flesh, our arrow pointed toward the light. French language explore, café du bien, taking flight. He lives staring, answering, founders stepping through. The world is so much brighter just because of you. Come home to flesh, where your soul belongs. Come write your story. Come sing your songs. The world.
So, hey, I am live. We are live. I was just checking if we are live in YouTube and also if we are live in LinkedIn. Let me just open my camera. I'm like informal session, and this is the Y session of humanity. Let me just check if I am well audible in LinkedIn. Hello, Adrienne. Bonjour, Oli. Hope you are feeling well today. Yes. So I'm just getting to check my sound. Yes, I am audible, so it's amazing. And I am going right now to check. Yeah, normally restream is really doing well. So thank you again, Adrian. And this is the Y session of humanity. Like the previous sessions, like there was the word of the day. And let me just make my mic more, I'm ready to have my voice. And it began by H, and then U, and then M, and then A, and then N, and then I, and then T, and then Y. Was hope, was unique, was motivation, was avanti la musica, was new language, and then was illuminate, and then tell us your superpower. And then now it's about, I decided the word is yoke. And of course, there are many things, and let's stay positive because I was really imagining that it could be also used about language. And now I decided to have my mappetizer out there, MAP, mapping, mind map, and I'm going to share my screen. But let me know in the comments how are you doing, or are you feeling, or how is your week, and also if you have any question, any comments. I am opening my mappetizer. It's not this one. Where is my appetizer? I don't see my appetizer. That's strange. The appetizer. Yeah, I know it's a weird name. Okay, I found it. So here is my appetizer. So here you see my screen, and it's really sharing. Yes, and I'm going to zoom a little out. So here is my full appetizer, where you'll find on the top left corner you see a panda that's to allow me to be supported. Feel free to buy me a coffee. You click here, and then you will be able to reach then to my coffee page here, allowing to give me a donation. It's really to help me to support, to give me the energy that I'm giving since days, weeks, months, and years. I'm doing it for years already. To all that. Getting back to the appetizer, then on the left, below the panda, you see my picture, which like book me a call. You can book a call through Calendly, and then you can go see the video, watch the videos that I was filming a few months ago. Who am I, and some other nuggets during the session 3 months ago. And then on the below, you see my refrench your brain, the show collate words. That's the word that I show during my session. So if you are, I decided to now do that on mind map, not anymore showing in the comments. But with the mind map, you can go whenever you want and check also the previous sessions. And I'm going to be there very soon because about the word of the day, yoke, the Y-O-K-E, which is joue in French, but it's not joue like the cheek. It's a word that is not so much known, but it is J-O-U-G, J-O-U-G, and it means like when you are on bondage, I think. And then, but I will explain about why do I chose this word. Not only because it's why I could have chosen yes or youth or maybe yellow, but yoke is a word that I was not knowing and really interesting. So here you see also my flash visual. I recall you my membership that I was launching a few days ago, and here is my full picture out there, where you can see there is FLECH. You add an E, you oops, sorry, you add an E, and it's arrow. In French, arrow is flesh, but without the E here because it's FLECH. Maybe Jamie was suggesting me like enthusiast or yeah, I don't know. But here is like the acronym is good because there is a lot of flash in Google, but FLECH not so much. And so it stands for French Languages Explore, Café du Bien, and Artist. And so feel free. I'm going at some point to produce a video explaining that. I'm not going to use so much time about that because I was introducing that previously. And anyway, I'm going to also put a link to my notes with a lot of data. I'm going to film some videos. And so, as always, feel free to bookmark this link. This link is available through linktree/FrenchHolly, which is in fact, is it in my map appetizer? Yeah, Linktree here. And it says I'm going to share now my screen here. This is my Linktree, and I was updating that because here you see my YouTube channel, my LinkedIn, my website. I need to update it, but it's okay. My email. I am also on Blue Sky. And then is the live restream. Feel free if you would like to join on stage. Click here, and you can share your voice with me right now. Then there is a appetizer, the map refresh your brain, the appetizer that you have seen just a little seconds before. Then my French membership to subscribe to my membership. then subscribe to my newsletter, and then ravioli songs in Suno. Like for instance, I'm really blessed to have begin this session with songs. I'm going to share another song, by the way, but very soon. But no, at the very end, because I have a lot of things to share about the word of the day, yoke. And here there is my refrench your brain go burnt room that I'm going to share right now, because it's the way to connect with me and let me guide you in French and languages. There is a global room. Here you can book a call, like you click there, and then you can choose a date. I should be I should be a bit like less available, but here right now you can have plenty of space that you can log in. And then there is also a New Language Coach Network. I am part of more than almost or more than 2,000 new language igniters all around the world with a lot of languages. So I don't speak Japanese, but if you are really searching for a language coach that are speaking Japanese, like Mandarin, there is also Virginia, for instance, and that's where I am. And so mental health space is like the Café du Bien. I'm just going right now to share my Go Brunch room here, right there. This is the place that I am leading classrooms, and then you can sit out there and have a lesson or have interactions with me. And then there is also my Café du Bien space. Let's say I'm going to go it like that, by this way, because you can also explore amazing other rooms, by the way. But my main rooms are Refrench Your Brain for French and languages, and here is my mental health space for my Café du Bien, where you can pop in. I'm organizing that each day at 5 a.m. my time, which is 11 p.m. EST or 8 p.m. PST. And yeah, each day, of course, sometimes I wake up a bit like later. So like I said, if you don't hear, welcome. Prepare yourself for greatness during the next 2 days. That's because I'm going to improve my room. But here I was thinking also, if you join and you are there, feel free to be patient, because sometimes I'm there, sometimes I'm not there or responding. And this is my coffee space. And here I'm going also to showcase another Go Brunch room. Hope that no one is there. Normally, some people are there sometimes. This is that are well experiencing in Go Brunch. Here, you amazing because you can listen to music, and it's really amazing. So let's chill here. Thank you again, RJ, for your vibes. So here right now, I am again going to share my appetizer to pursue this show. Here, I'm going to remove some tabs. Remove some tabs. I don't need this one anymore. Don't need this. Yeah, I need this one. Okay, so here is the appetizer. If you have any question, feel free to disrupt my flow and to ask me any question. So Adrian, um, how are you today, Oli? I got disconnected before. I'm not sure if you already responded. Yeah, I'm feeling fine. I'm feeling a bit better. I will also ask you if you would like to pray for my dad, because he's not feeling well, but it's the way, he's 76. So, but I'm really hoping that he's feeling a bit better. And then I love your Go Brunch room. Thank you so much for supporting me, Adrian. And let me know if you have any question about French. I'm going to go directly to the topic, but at the same time, feel free to disrupt my flow. And if you are live, if you're the repetitive, you can also ask me any question. But if you are live, ask me any question, any comment, any remark. You can also join the stage by going to my linktree/French Holly, and then you can go to my restream stage and share a conversation with me. Aside that, I am going now to go to the session content. Here is my appetizer special map here. And here we are on the 10th of July. And here I am 10th of July, it's about yoke. I was not so much knowing this word and I was a bit like a bit unsure, but I decided to say yes, yoke. Y-O-K-A. Y-O-K-E. Yes, we will also talk about the letters because I was talking about CISO. By the way, in English, Suno was pronouncing CISO because the letter after F and G there is I H and there is I, but here in French is, and it's really a gem also for you to know, because here in English it's J H I G. No, sorry, G G H I J. And I always hesitate because I have to modify the order because in French it's F G H I. So F is F, yes, but G is G and J is J, and of course H is H. Like a bit like when you have a pain, A-C-H-E, but it's not. I think in English it's pronounced ache, but like headache. But in French, A-C-H-E is H. But of course, there is also there is not a word that exists like that, but there is a word that H-A-C-H-E, H-A-C-H-E, which is H-A-C-H-A, C-H-E, sorry, means the hammer. And so I love to give the sound nuggets. So here I'm going to begin by the first part. We are on the 21st 20 minutes of session. I'm going first to list all the different keywords or concept that was attached by the word of the day yoke, and in the sense of language, because I was tying that in sense of language. So metaphor, which is metaphor, a figure of speech that directly compares two unrelated things by stating that one is the other, highlighting similarities for emphasis or symbolism. Then there is simile, which is in French could be comparaison, could be also simile, by the way, because I think simile is from Latin. And it means a figure of speech that compares two different things by using the words like or as. Then there is symbolism, which is symbolism. The use of symbols to represent ideas or qualities, often used in literature and art to convey deeper meanings. Then you have figurative language, or in French, langue figurée. Langage, oui, un langage, because if it was long, it could be EE, because it's according to the noun, une langue, but un langage, or un langage figuré. Any language that uses words or expressions with a meaning that is different from the literal interpretation, including metaphors, simile, and symbols. Then you have the word like of today, yoke, which is joue in French. And so there is a difference between joue, which is Joue, and which means cheek. You know, near your mouth, you have two cheeks. So de joue. But here, joue, it's the G is silent. The G is silent. So it's Joug. So here it's really interesting. I'm going to repeat again about the letters. In English, you pronounce it Joug. In French, you pronounce it Joug. So that's something that you have to be aware, that I'm sure that you will struggle as much as me, because normally I in English I try to say Joug, but because I used to French as native language, sometimes I say G and not J, or I say J and not G. So it's really important for me to really be mindful about that. So it's really also important for you because you are like G. You see that J in English is J in French. G in English is J in French. A wooden frame placed over the necks of two animals so that they can pull together a plow or cart, often used metaphorically to represent teamwork, cooperation, or sometimes subjection. And I'm going to talk about this word a bit later. And because it's really interesting, it could be negative, but there is also other meanings in French. I don't know. I don't know about you, but I will explain that to you. So, of course, there is cooperation, which is coopération. The action of working together, often associated with the yoke as a symbol of shared effort and unity. I'm going to talk about subjection, and then I'm going to pause and to go to the comments. If you have any comment, feel free to let me know, and feel free also to join the stage. Subjection. So I love, by instance, the words and the prefixes because there is sub, S-U-B, and then jection, J-E-C-T-I-O-N. And there is also projection, objection, abjection, I think, abjection. Then there is also rejection. And in French, like subjection is soumission. So, but it's really interesting because in French you might have different ways of say um, um, like for instance projection, yes, but and rejection. Um, I don't remember. Yeah, rejet, rejeté. So it's a rejet. There is no rejection. But then there is also objection. For instance, objection, like object is like from the object. Objecté. So I'm going to go to subjection, the state of being under the control or authority of another, often used in the context of the yoke to describe oppression or servitude. I don't like that, but um, now I'm going to go back to the comments. So, do I have comments? I'm going to check right now. Let me go to the restream. Where is my restream? Okay, my restream is there. So, any comment, any question, any remark, any ID. And so, boom, boom, boom. Adrian, sending special thoughts and prayers to your dad. Thank you so much, Adrian. If you have any question, let me know. And if you like, and if anyone is live and would like to join the stage, then once again, I'm going to go to show the Linktree/French Oli, and then you can join the stage. Feel free to disrupt my flow. I'm really happy because I do it for you. And by the way, I'm going also to talk about you. I was choosing the word yoke, but I'm going also to choose the word you because in French it's really important. So then there is this discipleship. First time that I was seeing that in English, and there is not so much a word in French about that. Because, for instance, there is friendship, which is amitié. Leadership, normally it would be leadership because we are saying that in English, in French also. So discipleship, we might say that in French, but this is the first time that I see that in English. So I think we don't use that often in French. But then there is also relationship, relation. There is also citizenship, which is citoyenneté. And there is also boom, boom, boom. What is about the ship? But ship in itself is bateau, by the way. So we have all the the control of the vehicle. Discipleship in French could be discipleship, could be also disciple. And I don't know if I pronounce it well in English, but it's okay. The act of following and learning from a teacher or leader, often associated with the yoke as a symbol of commitment and guidance. And then there is burden charge, because at some point, maybe there is a kind of a charge in there, like the yoke, the animals. So a physical or mental load, often used in the context of the yoke to describe the weight of responsibility or obligation. For instance, teachers are really having a lot of load. Teachers, leader, because they have responsibility. And then the next one is rest. We need some rest. We need some rest. We need rest. Rest is repos in French. And it means a state of physical or mental relaxation, often associated with the yoke as a symbol of peace and relief. So peace in French is paix, P-A-I-X, and relief in French is relaxation or soulagement, soulager, S-O-U-L-A-G-E. And that's it, soulage, soulager, soulagement. That's really interesting. And then the next one, unity, which is unité. I was talking about unity, probably. No, it was unique. But in English, it's you. It could be pronounced as if you are pronouncing you, Y, or you. You. Like R-S-T-U-V. But in English, in French, it's U. So that's, in a nutshell, what I'm going to talk also in CISO, by the way, the pronunciation of the letter U. Because vu, VU, is not the same as vous, V-O-U-S. Du, DU, is not the same as do, which is D-O-U-X. Tu, TU, is not the same as to. To could be written T-O-U-T for all, and or T-O-U-X for coughing. So tu, vu, vous, mu, mou, bu, bou. I'm not going to pronounce the T, by the way, because it's like a vulgar word. But I can pronounce ku. The unité, the state of being united or joined together, often associated with the yoke as a symbol of togetherness and shared purpose. Then responsibility, which is responsabilité, the duty or obligation to do something, often associated with the yoke as a symbol of the weight of duty. Duty, D-U-T-Y, is devoir. A duty, un devoir. Which could be also a homework, by the way, devoir. And a verb to you must, tu dois, devoir. Then leadership, direction. But most of the time we are using it in French, leadership, leader. And sometimes you are also using it as a verb that I don't like so much, when you are saying il lead son équipe, il va leader son équipe. No, it's better to say il va diriger son équipe, il va mener son équipe. It's good to use, of course, we can also use English words, especially when it's not really translatable, because the direction is the management group, by the way, the directors, the managers of the team. So it's not really the leader, but they are leading. So diriger. And then there is direction. By the way, direction could be the staff, the main, the higher staff of managers. Could be also the direction. Go left, go right. And then freedom. Boom, boom, boom. Freedom, liberté. the state of being free from constraints or control, often contrasted with the yoke as a symbol of liberation. Libération, libéré, libre, free, freedom, liberté. That's important. I might sing a song later on. I love so much this song from Nana Mouskouri, by the way. And this is really something that we need more to this world. We need light, we need freedom, because we are not, we are forgetting that we were living in troubled times 80 years ago, or even until 30, 40 years ago with some wars. And we need to be aware that it's easier to be in war, but it's better to be in peace. And then, so freedom, the state of being free from constraint. So bondage, which is lien, bondage, the state of being in bondage or slavery, often used to the context of the yoke to describe the condition of being controlled. I don't like this one, but I do like the positive way of bonding. So right now I'm going to check right now in the comments, how are you feeling? You feel free also to join the stage by going to linktree/FrenchOli. I'm going to check the comments. I don't have any questions, so feel free to interact and to ask me any question. Any question also related to the H, the U, the M, the A, the N, the I, the T, like hope, like unique, like movement, like avanti la musica, like new language, like illuminate, or like tell me your superpowers, or for this session of today, the yoke. And by the way, this is the special session. I'm going to go to another concept next day, tomorrow, Friday evening, and it will be amazing. So if you have any question, let me know. If you would like to go join the stage, this is the moment, because we are already on the 37 minutes, and I'm going to continue this show for the next probably 5-10 minutes. And then if I don't have any reaction in the comments, any question, any suggestion, any idea, or if I don't have anyone on stage, then I'm going then to close this session. Going to check if I'm still audible in LinkedIn. Yes. And so thank you so much, Adrian, for your support, your constant amazing support. So I'm going to be back. No, I was sharing the concept. Then I'm going to share you words in English and words in French. First, from now, explanation. The term yoke is often used metaphorically in language to describe the central or core part of an idea, representing a binding or unifying element. In the context of figurative language, the yoke can symbolize a connection, a burden, or a shared responsibility. It is a concept that has been used throughout history to convey various meanings, including cooperation, subjection, and spiritual guidance. I'm going now to try to translate in French on the fly. This is not prepared, but I'm going to improvise. So le terme yoke, which is in fact joug, J-O-U-G, est souvent employé métaphoriquement dans la langue pour décrire la principale ou centrale partie d'une idée représentant un lien ou une unification, un élément qui lie ou qui unifie. Dans le contexte de la langue figurée ou des langages figurés, le joug, de yoke, peut symboliser une connexion, un poids, une charge, ou bien une responsabilité partagée. C'est un concept qui a été utilisé à travers l'histoire pour indiquer, pour transmettre plusieurs meanings, my brain is melting. Plusieurs idées, plusieurs significations, en incluant la coopération, la soumission et la guidance spirituelle. That's it. That's my gym in French. And this is a floating topic. It is not allowed to be there. So here are other words beginning by Y in English. For instance, I'm going now to go to the letters quickly, but focusing on the last letters. So in English, you know all the A to Z, and I'm not going to be quoting A, B, C, D. But in French, I'm going to quote it so that you know what I think about. So there is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. And I'm going more into the details with the training CISO, because CISO, I'm not going only to talk about the 7 main letters and eventually the 3 others. I'm going to have a brush up for the alphabet, but in a lesser part. But it's really important also to dive into the alphabet. So before I'm going to the word why, I wonder why, if you have any comments, why don't you tell any question if you are live? Feel free also to do that in the replay team, because it is my duty to help you to learn and improve French. So if you are live, and I see there are 2 people live actually, let me know how are you feeling. If you have any question and remark, else I'm going to continue, but feel free to disrupt my flow. I'm really happy to be useful to you because you are there to listen to me. And at some point, I'm not going to go too much into the session. We are already on the 42nd minute, and I'm going now to pinpoint quickly first some letters that are really incredible, and then I'm going to the Y, because it's the letter of today with the yoke. Y from humanity, and which is humanité in French. So where am I? Bear with me, I'm going to Achum. God bless me. So here, B, C, D, E. So the thing is that interesting is A is A. And then there is a difference between E, which is the 5th letter of the alphabet, A, B, C, E, A, B, C, D, E. E is in French. And then I is E. So I know it's a bit like disrupting, because F, G, H, E. E, F, G, H, I. So I know that I in English is E in French. So that's the first thing that could be confusing, but it's good for you to know, because then you are going to say cinema. So let me tell you, for remembering the word E in French, feel free to tap into words that contain the sound E. Don't try to associate I with smile in French, because it's not I, it's E. So cinema. So, or whatever. In, like in Latin, in. So it's E. Then the 2 letters I was talking previously is really important to know, that they are quite different pronouncing, because G is J. No, sorry. G is G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And then J is J. G, H, I, J. G, H, I, J. G, H, I, J. So that's the second confusing thing. And then, of course, H is H. We don't pronounce the H in French. Hôpital, hotel, hôte. But in English, of course, hospital, hotel, hôte, helicopter, and then in French, helicopter. Then the next letter that could be confusing is Q, which is Q. By the way, it's really important, because it's a way to associate, you can also associate the Q with the U, because especially that in French, we normally 95% of the time when you see a Q, you see an U. So Q U Q U, Q U Q U, like Q U O I, it's quoi. And by instance, there is also the famous word in Latin quid, which is also quid in French because it's related to Latin. Another nugget is that in French we are pronouncing the French way, but when there are words that are from another language, we are using the code of the other language, because we don't say in when we are talking about a word. Imagine that there is a brand that is called MANA. MANA, but with the tilde. Like in Spanish, we say mañana. So there is no reason in French to say manana. It's good to have the pronunciation in the other language. Like we don't say Biden, Biden. We say Biden because it's about the name. Like also, there is an exception because in French there is also the pronouns, the name that are the same, but they are existing in multiple languages. So Xavier in French, Xavier. In English, probably Xavier. I don't know. But in Spanish, could be Javier. Same with Laura, Laura. In English, Laura in French. But in Italian, Laura, it's Laura. So it's really important to always pronounce, like in Latin, we don't say curriculum, even there is a U, because it's Latin, we say curriculum, curriculum vitae. So that's another nugget. So Q-U-Q-U. Then, because U is also an important letter, I know that some English-speaking people are struggling because they are saying U and not U. And tu is not the same as tout. So don't say tout va bien. If you are going to ask someone, well, you can say it, but if you are saying, are you feeling good? It's tu vas bien. If you are saying all is good, then tout va bien. So just to let you know. Then R is R. And so there is also a difference between the R in French and the R in Spanish. The R in French is R, like PQR. But in Spanish, like like Riviera, Raquel. So that's really that's it. And then V is V. So there are letters that are like A, like C, P, T, V. You can associate that also. And another letter that could be also confusing is W, because in English it's like as if you are having two U, like two letter U, W. But in French it's said W, which is a bit like double V. Just to let you know. Then there is a X, which is in fact X, and then Z, which is Z, Z. But the most challenging is Y, and that's the word I was thinking about today. Because why? Why is it Y? I don't know the details. I can research. I should have researched. But it's literally I Greca. I Greek. It's the letter from Greece, I think. And I think it's about epsilon, maybe. But it's in French is Y, like I Greek. So here, do I have any question, any comment? No one is on stage. It's like as if you are sleeping, but I hope so. I am not. Thank you so much, Adrian, for joining. We are already on the 49 minutes. I'm going to wrap up, but not without continuing to talk about the letter Y. Why? Because I made some effort to show it. And feel free to go to the Mapitizer, to the ReFrenchYourBrain chocolate to get back to that. So in English, you know all of these, and I'm going to quote them in French. So yes is oui, O-U-I. You is, aha, that I'm going to go behind that, because to finish the session, I would like to talk about you, not only about you, but about the pronoun, the personal pronoun you, but because it's really important. Jung is jeune. There's also another meaning about jeune, but in that case, you add the circumflex accent. That's why it's important to have the circumflex accent when you are really using a word that means another meaning that the word without the accent. For instance, Jung is jeune. It's Jeune, but Jeu with circumflex accent and e means fast. Je fais le jeûne. I make fasting. So that you have to know that if you are not putting context, then we don't know. Then yesterday is hier, and of course the H is silent, so H-I-E-R, yeah. Then year, so year is not year. Happy New Year, Happy New Year, no, Happy New Year. So year is an ou année, A-N-A-N-N-A-I. Happy New Year, bonne année. Then there is yell, which could be is it shouting or is it insulting? I really don't know. But it's I think it's like if it's the verb, it could be insulter or crier. If it's the noun, is une insulte, un cri, I think. Then there is yellow, which means jaune, the color yellow. Then yawn. When I'm tired, I'm yawning. By Yawn is a verb. It could be also a noun. If it's a noun, it's un bâillement. Then there is yield. I forget totally about yield. I don't know what it means. But I think it's about collecting, maybe. Yacht. I was trying to translate it in French, but there is really yard, because there is an equivalent about mètre, which is meter, but a yard is not a meter. Absolutely not. Similar, but it's not like that. So, but it's a good way to pronounce it in French, but we can also say yard. But I don't use that often because I'm in the metric. I'm not in the miles, I'm in the kilometers. I'm not in the Fahrenheit, I'm in the Celsius. I'm not in the yard, I'm in the meter. I'm not in the inch, I am in the centimeter. I'm not in the feet, I am in the centimeter. So that's it. Then there is yeast. I really don't know what about that. Yacht, of course, it's the I was translated in French, by the way. So here, Y, you see the writing, Y. Then yacht, we are using also yacht in French. Some French people might say yacht, like as you pronounce it in French, yacht. But as in English word, then you are using the English way, so yacht. And if you are really Canadian from Montreal, Quebec, then you are using really absolutely 100% of French words as much as possible. And in that case, you say bateau, but a kind of bateau, a kind of ship, which is bateau de plaisance or bateau de loisir. But in that case, it could be also bateau de luxe, luxury yacht. Then Yack is a ruminant. So horn with horns, So ruminant à cornes d'Asie centrale en altitude, in the height, in the mountain. Then there is Yankee, which is I hope that I don't insult you, because some words are really could be insulting, but Yankee is existing. So I'm going to talk about that, and it means someone who is from the US, America, an American, Yankee. We are using that in solution French. Then there is yaourt or yogurt, which is the yogurt. I'm not going to go much through the details about the definition, because I'm going to finish really this session. Then there is yard, which is similar to meter, but not really, because a yard is a bit less than a meter. Then there is yen, which is the Japanese currency. There is yeye, les yeux. That's really important. Les yeux, that means the eyes, and I know that un œil des yeux. So it's the kind of words that are really different, like un œuf des œufs, un cheval des chevaux. There are some words that are really different. Then there is yen, the currency Japanese. Yeye, which is a trend, a musical trend in the 60s from France. Then Yiddish, which is could be also Yiddish in French, but we could also say Juif allemand, Jew that is German. Then Yod, which is semi-consonne palatable, palatal, sorry, in the alphabet, in phonetic alphabet international. The Yacht could be transcribed in French by Y. That's why I was using that also. Yacht or il, but here is more like in the word soleil than or ille, which is my. Um, and then more explanation you can also develop in having the picture. Then yoga, yogi, you know what's about that. So it's from the Sanskrit. So yoga is the union method with also yoke. That's really important. Joue. And discipline visant par la méditation, la gymnastique et la 16 à réaliser l'unification de l'être dans ses aspects psychiques, physiques et spirituels. Then yogi, that's the master, could be also a person that is practicing yoga, by the way, but I think like it's more like the master, the wise that is applying yoga. Then Yugoslav, which is the language or the inhabitant of ex-Yugoslavia, because now it's more ex-Yugoslavia than Yugoslavia. That is now Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Serbia, Kosovo, Macedonia, and I don't know if I forgot one or two other countries. Then Yurt, which is the tent. In the Mongol, which means it's from Russian, which is itself from Turkish, which means maison, especially for the nomadic people. Then there is Yoyo, which is like the little element that with a chord that you got, yeah, it goes up and down and up and down, and not only it means, and it's a trademark, by the way, in 31 of last century, and it's not only using to describe the object, could be also describing, for instance, in the stock exchange, it goes up and down and up and down and up and down, and then you say, oh, ça fait le yo-yo. So that's it. I was a lot of things to share. I hope that you are not overwhelmed, that you are going to use lots of richness in this session. Do I have any comments in the... Yeah, Adrian, thank you so much. I'm going to share to you. Young and yellow are very similar in French. Indeed, but there is a nuance, because young is jeune and yellow is jaune. So there is a difference between E and O. And then jeune and jaune, indeed. Thank you so much for supporting me, because now I don't have to write it. Adrian, you are fantastic, by the way. I cannot wait to reconnect with you, to have a Café Libyen with you at any time, to feel your energy, to see how we could also collaborate. I love to bake some pancakes, by the way. And so this is me, Oli. I am a language igniter, a language enthusiast, and I am now going to share you. We are already in 78 minutes, and I'm going to sing you a song in French. And it's Freedom from Nana Mouskouri, in French, Liberté. I'm going to to drink water. I need to drink water. So my throat. So Liberté, Nana Mouskouri. I'm not going to play the song because I know that I will be blocked. Not blocked per se, but the video will be unavailable on YouTube. So I'm not going to give the lyrics. But maybe there is a karaoke, by the way. But I'm going to see. I'm going to be smart and to see if there is a karaoke. Hope that there is not the song karaoke. Liberté, Nana Mouskouri. Let's see, because, you know, so... Je chante avec toi, liberté. I sing with you, freedom. And so that's my share for the last song of today. The first song was the song of Siuno, you know, Siso. Going to share my screen. And ooh la 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 la. Thank you so much for your comments. I don't know who you are from YouTube. Awakened by the looking glass reflection. That means réveillé par la réflexion de la lentille, I think, or du verre. I'm really curious to know more about you because I don't know you. So feel free to write me in LinkedIn or whatever. I'm well. I don't know what means GTSI. Good to see you. Maybe that's it. Thank you. Happy to discover who you are. What is your first name? Where do we met? Because I don't know who is awakened by the looking glass reflection. But I love poetry, so I really love your nickname, by the way. But thank you so much for sharing. And glad to have a connection with you. I remember you, yeah, but I don't remember. I remember me also, but I don't remember you. So who are you? Great to see you. Thank you so much. I am curious because I don't know who is you. Misha Ned the Village. Oh, Misha Ned. Is it from Crystal, by the way? Crystal be he, the Phoenix Rising. Because else, yeah, Crystal Phoenix. Feel free to connect with me. Feel free. You can also book me a call or whatever. Reach me through Linktree/FrenchHolly. So link LINK, which is LENK in French, and then tr.ee, which is tr.ee/FrenchHolly. Feel free to reconnect with me. I'm really happy to discover more about you. So right now we are already on the top of the hour and 2 minutes, and I'm going to close this session. But at the same time, thank you so much for your comment. So right now, sharing my screen, going to the song, the karaoke song, and singing also. So here is the song, karaoke. Just checking if I'm sharing well. Going to voila, and I'm going to sing. Hopefully that there is no echo. It was only playing that we heard the sound, so I'm going to go back to that. And here it is. If I have the sound, okay, réactiver le son. Quand tu chantes, je chante avec toi, liberté. Quand tu pleures, je pleure aussi ta peine. Quand tu trembles, je prie pour toi, liberté. Dans ta joie ou les larmes, je t'aime. Souviens-toi des jours de ta misère. Mon pays, tes bateaux et tes galères. Quand tu chantes, je chante avec toi, liberté. Et quand tu es absente, j'espère qu'il une idée de révolutionnaire. Moi, je crois que tu es la seule vérité, la noblesse de notre humanité. Humanity, humanité. Je comprends qu'on meurt pour te défendre. We shouldn't die for that, but que l'on passe sa vie à t'attendre. I don't wait my life to wait for you. Quand tu chantes, je chante avec toi liberté. I sing with you freedom. Dans la joie ou les larmes, je t'aime. I love you. Les chansons de l'espoir ont ton nom et ta voix. Your name and your voice. Le chemin de l'histoire of history nous conduira vers toi, will drive us with you. Liberté, freedom. Liberté, liberté. So that's my gift to you, my friends. To close this session, do I have any other comment from LinkedIn or YouTube? So, face red heart shape. Yeah, that means visage de cœur en forme. But I don't know what is the emoji, but thank you for your emoji. And thank you, Misha. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you also all the replay team. So my next announcement. Before I close the session in 3 minutes, it's really exceptional that I go a further 1 hour. First, feel free to support me, buy me a coffee. Any dollar is welcome. The more, the better. But even $1 is already amazing. 5, 10, or more, whatever you want. For giving back the energy that I'm sending since days, weeks, months, years. I'm doing that, the show since many years, giving you some nuggets about French. Thank you so much for your support. So, indeed, Adrienne, what a nice song. Quelle belle chanson. Thank you for sharing. Merci, partage. And then, thank you, merci. Thank you also, Misha. And so that's my first action. Then again, sharing you the appetizer that you can access to Linktree /French and you will access through the map to the Refrench Your Brain chocolate with all the words I was talking today, but also yesterday. This is special because I'm going to do that session each day. I was exceptionally not doing that on the 1st of July, but I was doing on the 2nd, on the 3rd, on the 4th, on the 5th, on the 6th, on the 7th, on the 8th, on the 9th, on the 10th. And I'm going to continue on the 11th, on the 12th. So I'm going now to give you other gems because I'm going to quote that entirely, the word, the month of July in French. So normally you can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. But of course, we begin by premier, the 1st of July, 1er juillet. Then there is 2 juillet, 3 juillet, 4 juillet, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 et 31. Not all the months are 31st days, but this is the challenge with 31st videos, or at least 30 videos, like 30 streaming, where I'm present for 30, 55 or more. And then feel free to buy me a coffee, feel free to tap into the appetizer, Feel free to discover the Flash membership, FLECH, French Languages Explore, Café du Bien Artist. And I'm going to give more details. Feel free to watch the video. Feel free to explore. There were also my songs from Suno. I love so much to discover songs. And I am going now to share what I'm going to share right now. I am going to share my LinkedIn. Welcome, and this is a LinkedIn that will change in the next days. I'm saying that since days, weeks, and even months, and I'm having this since more than a year or two. But I'm going to change my LinkedIn. I'm showing it publicly, and so I am a language uniter. I love languages. I love culture. I love to support others. So that's it. I am now going to close this session. Thank you so much. Same time, yes. Each day, same times. Normally I put it all at 10 p.m. my time, which is 4 p.m. Yeah, 4 p.m. EST or 1 p.m. PST. And that's it. That's it. Truly. Keep shining, everyone. Yes, I have a session tomorrow. I might not have a session on Sundays because Sundays really rest. But I have a session on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesday. By the way, I'm going to give you also other gems in French. So Monday is lundi. There is a really amazing because it's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, and then Sunday. But in French, you have it's easy. It's like lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi. The only exception is the last one is dimanche. So that's a lot of gems. I know it's really I'm over delivering, but right now I'm wishing you good night. It's already 11 in my time. It's 11 because it's 11 p.m. 11 minutes. With that, on Saturday, yes, SAT Saturday. So see you tomorrow, Friday, same hour, and after tomorrow, Sunday, for other jams. And so, as always, I was continuing to invite you. Feel free to support me, buy me a coffee. Linktree/French40, you have a lot of gems by that. With that, I am